Well, something is happening. This was definitely a long time coming, but do not fret. Now, Kona. So, the good news is that we have a really cool trip planned for you guys. Today, we have some news. Clearly, you guys saw the title of this video. You're probably wondering what is happening. Well, something is happening. Unfortunately, we are having some, I don't want to call it engine problems, but we are having some problems with this boat. Per usual, it's a 2005 original motors, but do not fret, because we might have a loaner coming very soon. Anyways, guys, we have some exciting news for today, but let's get into this video first. My name's Amanda, Emily's behind the camera. This here is Kona, and welcome to our channel, Gale Force Twins. Here, and obviously we're on the boat and the motors are running. I don't know if you can hear them running, but they're running, so that's a good thing. However, they're not doing too hot. So literally about 7 days ago, Amanda, would you say it was 7 days? It was 7, 8, 9, almost 9 days. It was about more than a week ago. We got on the boat and we were getting ready to have an intense week of filming and creating content for you guys. So we get on and we go to put the motors down in the water, and they don't go down. And we were like, holy cow, if I can't get the motors in the water, how can I run this boat? So thankfully, we manually got them down, but because they have had so many issues, we were like, you know what, we're leaving them down. So they've been down for literally 9-10 days, which I do not recommend. When you're done fishing, always bring your motors up. But obviously, we were in a pinch, and we knew we had to get out there, so we were like, you know what, we gotta do what we gotta do for the week, and then we'll bring the boat in. This was definitely a long time coming, these motors with these trim issues. It's been an issue for a while. We've tried to get them up and down, and clearly we hit that wall. So let me show you guys what was happening. There's a couple different ways you can get your engines down in the water, and we went through all the methods and couldn't get them down until we literally had to use a screwdriver. So first I'll show you here. This switch here puts them both up and down at the same time. So if I go down, they'll both go down. If I go up, they'll both go up. But then these over here is one at a time. If I just do this switch, this is the port motor and this is the starboard motor. So only the port will go up and down, and only the starboard will go up and down if I mess with this switch. When the switches, the trim switches, were not working, we were like, all right, plan C, because first it was plan A is the one that you do 2 at one time. Plan B was we were doing 1 at a time, and they were not going down, so we had to use a screwdriver. Now, assuming that the trim doesn't work on the throttles, the next option would be the trim on the motors, and ours, of course, happen to be broken. The little buttons are, well, they're not really there. They're old and sad looking. They don't function, okay? So we're like, great, now what do we do? So there's also a screw, and you can stick like a big flathead screwdriver in there and loosen it, and it will allow them to come down. I'll get some pictures to pop up for you guys so you can kind of see what we're talking about. It's really hard to see it when it's in the water. But also, basically what's happened is, what we believe is happening is we're probably having some kind of a trim leak, a trim fluid leak. So there's not enough hydraulic fluid in there to trim the motors up and down. So basically they'll come up, but then an air bubble gets in there and then they won't come down. So that's what we believe is happening. We gotta take the boat in to get it fixed, because obviously we don't wanna leave the boat sitting like this. Also, they're due for a service. And what else is going on, Emily?
And we have damage on the fiberglass.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. One day there was some kind of crazy weather and the boat rubbed up against the dock. But like
concrete dock.
Where it's on this side?
On that side,
Let's see it. Clearly you can see the wrap got pretty beat up, and it's not just the wrap. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's actually down to the fiberglass here as well. So we need a little bit of TLC. She needs a little bit of TLC. So we're probably gonna say goodbye to her for, it might take long, I don't know, maybe a week or more. Now, Kona, you're getting in the camera.
She sees a boat. There's a boat. You see the boat? There's a boat over there. Kona heard it. She saw it. She likes to check out the boats. But Kona, you're kind of taking the shot.
The loaner. Okay, so the good news is that as much as we love this boat dearly, we have a really cool trip planned for you guys. We are going to Bimini for 7 days, and we are going to be teaching you guys how to cross from Florida to Bimini. We are going to be teaching you how to fish in Bimini and essentially how to plan a trip over there. Everything from the crossing to the fishing permits to the diving, where to stay, fish to eat, all of the above. But this boat we do not trust to take to Bimini. I personally would not do that. I feel sketchy enough taking it offshore because we have had way too many situations where the motors go, we come in on one motor. The last thing you want to do is be in another country. So the amazing news is that we are going to be running a 39 Invincible to Bimini. So we're super excited about that we're going to be doing that this summer. You guys may remember that boat. We actually did a boat show video comparing the monohull to the catamaran, and we used the Invincible. We used the 39 Invincible, which was the open fisherman, to their 30, which was it? It was one of their cats. I'll link the video so you guys can go watch it. So we're super excited about that. We're going to get her taken care of. She's going to be back soon. We don't know how long it's going to be. But in the meantime, we will be running to Bimini on a 39 Invincible.
And here comes another boat, and here comes Kona. What's happening? This is what Kona does. She sees the boat, she looks at it, inspects it.
We are now going to take her into the marina to get looked at and fixed, get the gel coat fixed, get the trims fixed, get the 100-hour service, everything. She needs a nice tune-up. We're going to be doing that, and we're going to take you guys with us for a nice, beautiful boat ride. It's actually kind of cloudy and windy today, and it might be a little rough, but we're going to take you with us. Thankfully, it actually was not nearly as rough as I was anticipating it being, but we were able to stay in really tight, which is a good tip if you ever need to travel in the Keys and you have to be oceanside. Just stay in really shallow water and it's not that bad. So now we are in Summerland. We are in our little canal that I think we have like a 10-minute no idle canal ride before we get to the marina. But Kona is enjoying all of our people watching. She likes to watch the people and the houses as we go by.
You like watching the people, Kona? The houses? Looking at, let's see what Kona's looking at. Here we have some very beautiful houses on the water in Summerland, and Kona's enjoying the view. Here we have a flat. Now if you guys look over there, you can see right here the water's kind of green, and then out there it becomes more of a brown. Now a good rule of thumb is brown, run aground, and that water is about probably 6 inches to a foot deep. So it's definitely sketchy down here in the Florida Keys. You gotta be careful, gotta know where you're going. Pay attention to your surroundings.
I'll actually go ahead and give you guys a little tips. This is our first time coming to this marina. This is our first time in these waters, in this canal, going through some new channels for the first time. So what I like to do, just as like, maybe in case you guys are entering new territory and you wanna know how we do it. So first I look at my GPS, I zoom in, I look at the channels, look at what's marked. But the other thing that's actually really useful is open up your Google Maps on your iPhone, put it into satellite, and you can also see the deep water channels on your satellite on your Google Maps as well. So between using the Google Maps and seeing the deep water channels on Google Maps and my GPS, I was able to quickly put the two together and confirm that I was going to the right place. Obviously you don't need to use both, but by having both I could say, okay, it says it's deep here, I got the channel markers here. And obviously at the end of the day though, the most important thing is going to be looking with your eyes and actually physically seeing the deep water with your eyes too.
There's an expression, Amanda.
Yes, what is it?
I don't know if it's an expression.
What is it?
Basically, people say there's two kinds of people in this world.
Okay.
Those that have run aground
and those that
lie about it. So are we guilty?
Yeah. We are guilty.
Everybody's guilty. If you haven't run aground yet, you probably haven't been doing it long enough.
I'd agree with that. I will say we actually hit some sand only a couple weeks ago on accident. We were tarpon fishing and there was a flat and we saw it. I knew it was there, but we're always filming and it was like, oh, okay, gotta go that way, gotta go deeper. But it does happen, guys. It happens to everybody. We made it to the marina. our baby is going to get work done. We are going to get her back. They said it should take at least a week, maybe longer. But like I said, guys, the next time you see us, we're gonna be getting ready for our Bimini trip. So we're gonna go to Bimini, and then when we get back, we'll be back with our one true love. We hope you guys enjoyed watching. Gale Force Mom came to pick us up. So now we're gonna go back home and we're gonna get to editing this content that you're watching right now. We hope you guys get out there, have fun, and stay safe.